Welcome everyone to the Tranzmissionz podcast. My name is Eternal Cypher. On the 9th of March 2018, Gamers Entertainment Meet made a big announcement vis-a-vis the Zambian gaming scene. They announced that they had formed Zambia's first ever esports team called GEMATRIX. Here on the show today, I have two members of the newly formed team and one of the co-founders of GEM. And we'll basically be discussing this groundbreaking announcement. So I think I'll let my guests introduce themselves, starting with the man to my left.
Hello everyone, my name is Tranzmissionz. No stranger to this show, of course.
Yes.
And Mwelele Zaza, the team captain for the NRS GEMATRIX team, and I was hosted here last time for Injustice 2 before it came out. So yeah, I've been here.
Nice.
Well, my name is Justin. I go by the name of Mr. 5000, newbie to the show. So let's get it.
Okay, cool. For Mr. 5000, this is his first appearance on the show, but if you have followed Sunday afternoon fights and Saturday overload, he has won a couple of those events. So at least today you won't see him play, but you get to hear him talk.
I actually watched some of his matches actually.
Oh yeah. So please, if you haven't seen any of his matches, please head over to AlienMyndz, the YouTube channel, and just have a look at some of the matches that he's had. For Mwelele, you've been on the show before. I think first episode last year that we were basically talking about the gaming scene, fighting game scene in Zambia. So yeah. Then Prince, this is your third consecutive episode, I believe.
Yes, exactly.
You're becoming a regular. I think
Yes.
I should just give you the reins and you should just take over the show.
Yes, that's
You
very
should
true.
host,
I should host the show.
Okay. So to start off, before we get into the main discussion today, I think we'll just find out from my guests what, of course, the usual thing that I ask, what you're currently playing
Well,
as far as video games and stuff.
right now I'm not actually playing much. Last time I was playing Bloodborne, but I didn't get to finish it.
Shame.
Yeah, shame. I got stuck somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm not having the console right now. Not that I'm having the game itself.
I see.
But I know someone who has it, so maybe I might have a chance to finish it.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Well, what are you playing, sir?
Currently MKX and Injustice, because I'm practicing for this tournament.
Alright,
Plus for
alright.
Injustice, there's an online weekly tournament.
Okay.
Rise to Greatness, like an 8-week qualifier.
I see. Okay.
Yes,
And
apart
how are you doing there? How's
So
it going?
far we played in the first week, he got
Okay.
third, they got
Nice.
fourth.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
That's
so-
really cool.
So I think by next week we'll do better, probably
Alright.
first and second.
Mm.
And apart from that, apart from fighters, like the thing I spend 90% of the time is Call of Duty World War II.
I see.
Because now there's DLC 2 which is
Okay.
being released
Uh-huh.
this week.
Uh-huh.
And like if you've been playing Call of Duty, they're
Yes.
like usually 3 score streaks, but in the new DLC you can up to summon up to like 4 of them now.
I see. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
and carry 3 guns now. Since
Okay.
it used to be primary, so like
Uh-huh.
they're now throwing everything in there.
Nice. That's cool.
So I've been spending time on the DLC.
I lost my hope on Call of Duty. You know, the last
Oh, why?
I don't know. As in, I just got tired. You know, like,
Okay.
if I could finish one, other one is out already. So I couldn't
Okay, I
keep
see.
up with the hype. I should
And the
say.
next one is coming out like October now.
You see what I? You see
Earlier.
Yeah.
Coming up.
Yeah.
From November I moved it to October because
so
Red Dead Redemption and these
Oh, okay.
other games.
Okay, big releases. Okay.
So
I
that
see.
to make space.
I see.
And the last time I played Call of Duty was Infinite War.
Infinite. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Alright,
I didn't
alright.
finish the storyline as well.
Oh, okay.
Infinite
Alright, cool.
Warfare.
Yeah, I didn't
It's
finish it.
really, it's really nice. I love the ending.
Yeah.
Justin, what are you playing? What are you
Currently, what I always been playing, NRS games.
Okay.
particularly.
I see.
So,
Okay.
MK9,
Uh-huh.
Combat X,
Uh-huh.
and practically Injustice. I grown to love Injustice as well, as
Okay.
much as I love MK.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
so we've been practicing for Mortal Kombat for the same tournament, which we're about to go to,
Okay.
and
Alright.
we've been playing Injustice as well.
Okay, cool.
So
Cool.
we've been practicing. Just like Mwelele said,
Uh-huh.
there was an online tournament
Mm-hmm.
which we are participating
Mhm.
as the GEMATRIX team.
Okay.
So yes, according to how we performed last week, it wasn't that bad.
Okay.
We came out. I came out third.
Okay.
My teammate here came out fourth.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Just in case people are wondering, they've been talking about a tournament, not the online tournament, but a tournament that they're practicing for. We will also be discussing that later on the show, so please don't get worried talking about something maybe that you're not following, but we'll definitely talk about that shortly. For myself, what am I playing? Been playing a bit of FIFA. This is something that I can pick up. I'm trying to avoid picking up a story-based game because I'm afraid, because you know how it is. You pick it up, then you follow the story a bit, then something distracts you, maybe work and stuff like that. So when I get back to the game, I've already lost track of the story and that natural flow.
Yeah.
So I find FIFA is at least something that I can easily pick up, play for a bit, then playing the Ultimate Team, of course, building up my team. For some funny reason, it consists of a lot of Germans because you know of that chemistry thing.
You have
to make your team strong,
you have to match them.
You have to match players from the same nation. It's also good if they are from the same team as well.
Mm-hmm.
So most of my players are Germans. So I'm enjoying that, building my team. It's quite fun. Yeah.
That's good. I literally do not understand what you guys are saying.
Oh, okay. You've never gotten into FIFA.
Not really, but I do play when my brothers are playing. But it's just for a bit.
Okay. I'll ask Kevin Tembo to introduce you to exactly.
And well, he's also good at FIFA.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I know they do play. Okay, cool.
Me, all I know is just to press a box.
Shoot.
Okay. Pass.
Okay.
Like that.
I see. All right, cool. Next, I'll ask you what you're watching currently on TV. Prince, if you want to start off.
Well, for me, I've been watching DBS right now.
I see. Okay,
cool. I couldn't watch it at the time because I didn't want the system of waiting for the episode to air so I can download it. So after everything finished yesterday, I got all the episodes I started watching.
Okay.
So right now I'm watching Dragon Ball Super. That's what I'm watching.
Okay, cool.
And so far so good. I'm actually enjoying it,
That's good.
That Joran guy is something else.
Yeah.
Cool. It's good so far.
Cool. Malele, what are you watching, sir?
I was watching Dragon Ball Super, but it's done now, so I'm back to my old series.
Okay.
The Magicians.
Okay.
And The Walking Dead season 8. I don't know if you still follow it.
Oh, The Walking Dead.
Yes.
This current season, that's what I'm watching actually as well.
Yeah, even this.
Yeah, so we're almost done. Right?
Yeah.
One more episode to go. So okay, cool.
For me, practically what I'm watching is practically what I've been watching all my life, which is Arrow.
Oh, Arrow. Okay.
Arrow. Probably a little bit of Flash, but Flash gets predictable sometimes.
Okay,
so it gets boring at some point.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay.
I've been watching How to Get Away with Murder, a lot of cases, and a little bit of CSI. Yeah, DSTV CSI.
Yes.
I love how people solve their mystery murders. Somebody kills someone, and it just gets to crack that case up.
Okay.
And I enjoy such stuff.
All right, cool. That's nice. My case, like Mwele mentioned, watching The Walking Dead. We're almost done. One more episode to go. Interested in finding out what happens to Negan.
Yeah.
That's a guy that I hope I'll be able to dress as for the LSCon this year. Yeah. So we'll see if I can pull it off. I love the character. He was pretty mean, but I just love the character. The people who write for the character do a very good job.
See him again.
Season. Yeah, but the thing is that in the comics, sorry for this, if it's a spoiler, in the comics he's still alive.
Yeah.
He's still very much alive. So I'm wondering what is going to happen in the series, because the show has taken liberties. Like they'll get a bit of what's going on in the comics, but then go their own way. Yeah. So it's a bit unpredictable what's going to happen. So we'll see what happens to Negan. Hopefully tonight or tomorrow night. What else? Comedy. I'm watching Superstore. I don't know if any of you.
I watch it.
You watch Superstore, eh?
I wanted to mention it, but I thought maybe no one.
No one watches it. Okay.
It's been like 2 weeks, no new episodes.
Seriously?
Yeah,
really?
since episode 15.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which episode?
I can't remember which episode I watched last. Might have been 12.
What happened?
I don't know if it's the one where they had this. The store was selling a game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there was was it a shooter or something like I don't know.
Yeah,
and they had all these nerds
like the way the anime it was, but for games only, and then they were selling a new game.
Exactly, that's
and
what was
she only
happening.
wanted a copy.
Exactly, that's. I think that's the last episode I watched, if I'm not mistaken.
That's episode 14. There's one more after that.
Oh, okay, all right. That's
so
it.
are you guys recommending that I should?
Yes, and anyone listening, please, it's really funny.
If you love comedy, it's
yeah,
very nice.
It's really funny. It's about retail shop and the employees who are in that particular retail shop. So you can
like
think,
for example in Pick and Pay.
Pick and Pay, yes, exactly.
Workers.
But maybe more closely game stores,
game
a retail store like game. Okay. So the employees, stuff that they go through every day. So it's pretty funny.
They don't like their job. They just do things randomly.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's pretty funny. Okay, so I guess at this point in time we'll get into the meat of our discussion, which is the formation of this new team, GEMATRIX. I hope I've pronounced it correctly.
Yes,
I sometimes get it right, and there are other times when I'm like,
yes,
I didn't get it right. Okay,
yes.
so I think we can start off with you, Prince. The whole idea behind the creation of this esports team, and would I be correct saying that it's Zambia's first official esports team?
Yes, you'd be correct. Yes, you'd be correct saying that.
Okay, cool.
Well, starting off, I'm sure you know GEM actually started in 2016, last year, October.
Yes.
The main purpose of us was not just to create gaming events, no.
Yes.
It was us to create a team in the first place, because we love how esports has changed the market itself.
Okay.
You know, if you look at esports, it's got so many elements in it. It can be a sport. Last time in the podcast, I actually mentioned to say you can represent your country in different ways.
Exactly.
You understand? You can be the best dancer. You can be the best sportsman. And now looking at this era we're living in, everything is becoming digital. So why not take sports to a digital era?
Yeah.
Everyone else is doing it, and we thought of bringing it into Zambia as well.
Exactly.
So we would like to be one of the, us creating one of the first esports team was actually an inspiration to other people. There are many gamers out there who are very good and who are very good players. There's nothing stopping them from creating their own teams as well. And if they do that, we're creating a market chain that now is going to erupt esports teams in Zambia.
Exactly.
That's the whole essence of creating this team in the first place.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And you've got members. Like, what's that? Like, maybe you can just explain the team composition right now.
Okay, so team composition right now, I always like saying this. Sometimes it's not about the best people you work with. Sometimes it's about the right people you're with.
Okay.
You know, there are many best players out there, but are they the right people to work with? When you're creating a team, you have to look at the characters of how each person is relating to that person and how they play. And if you are going to be a manager of a certain team, you have to see, can I work with this person? Can I give to this order, and this order can be executed by this person?
Okay.
So if you look at Zaza, for example, he's got the leadership skills, which I actually found very captivating.
Okay.
You know, even his gameplay, it's always calm and relaxed. If you look at Justin, he's aggressive. You know, he's always not giving his chance to opponents. So if you combine these, they create some kind of a dynamic team. You know, one of the persons like opposites coming together to work. You know, even in science, we actually say opposite attract. You know?
Exactly. Yeah.
So the same concept applied to everyone else.
Okay.
You know?
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So currently, like the team right now, we've got like right here. I've worked with two gentlemen before. I know that they have a fighting game background. Are there any? Is it? Because look, I've had a chance to look at the team, and I know you've got John Emma for FIFA,
yes.
and also 3 people. That's the only person who's missing from here for the interview is Killjoy.
Yes.
So they're the 4 of them, if I remember, in the team.
Actually, the composition is we've got 2 teams right now.
Okay, I see.
The FIFA scenario.
Okay.
As well as the NRS, the fighting game community.
Okay.
Yes, we want to grow more into other teams, for example, like CSGO.
Okay.
Yeah, to shooters, I should say.
Okay.
But sometimes you have to look at the market itself. You know, are the people ready? Is it growth? You know,
Okay.
you just can't get any team because it's a small community. You have to look at the big community that's being created in the first place. So for the fighting games, we've got 3 guys right now.
Okay.
Who's Mwelele, Justin, and Chimba Killjoy.
Okay.
Yeah, and then for the FIFA section, we've got John Emma. We actually recently signed Kevin Tembo as well to the team. So we actually signed him on 25th of March. So we signed him. So we'll be announcing soon as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so right now that's a team set right now.
Okay.
Well, and after that, I don't think we'll actually sign anyone else just yet.
Okay.
Yeah, we're looking for potential and we're scouting the best players, you know, as usual. Yeah. So in total, I should think about 5 players.
Okay, cool. Maybe just asking Mwelele, how have you found maybe joining the team, an esports team? How has been the experience been for you so far? I know you haven't probably been in any real, how can I put it? I don't know. You have started representing Gem from our discussion where we talked about you going online to play. Okay, yeah. So how has it been so far? I know it's just been March and just been a few weeks, but how's been your experience so far?
I think it's been great. At least now I know that I'm playing for a purpose or for a reason. Because at first, like, that's just to play. Like, you lose nothing, you don't gain anything. You just play with friends for fun, you know. And at some point, I became lazy. I stopped playing with these guys. I started playing my own games. But ever since I joined this team, I now have that passion and motivation to play and to become better.
Okay, cool. The other thing is, and how has it been, like the pressure been being the captain? Again, it's too early, I know.
No, the pressure is actually a lot because there's been a lot of criticism, you know, in Zambia. That guy, he's in a sports team, why did they pick him?
Okay, I see.
But saying when you look at tournament wins, not to brag, but I think I have the best stats since I won in other games also, like FIFA, Call of Duty, plus fighting games also. So it kind of stands out why I'm the team captain and why they chose me and Justin. Because when you look at the MK scene, Injustice scene for the past few years, I don't think there's anyone who's beaten Justin like consecutively or convincingly. There's no one.
True.
So we really deserve this and no one else.
That's very true. It goes back to what I was saying in the first place. Sometimes by working with the right people, not the best people.
Yeah, that's true. Justin, coming over to you. How has been the experience of finally being signed? I mean, I wish I was like young and, you know, I've had this, but that's the reason why I'm even coming up, so that at least I build up for those who are coming. I know I won't participate in anything, but at least I lay the foundation. But how are you feeling being signed?
The feeling inside is pretty much exciting.
Okay, cool.
Because now I get to play for a purpose. Like Maria said, we play for a purpose to achieve now an organization which is winning. Ensuring that we do our level best to represent GEM for actually choosing us to be part of their team as well. So I can say for me it's been pretty much exciting. It's just an adventure which is starting, so it's gonna be awesome.
It really is an exciting adventure. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so we alluded to this at the beginning of on probably in our earlier discussion, the tournament that is going to be taking place in Kenya. I don't know if anyone wants to talk. Maybe Prince. Maybe we just talk about the same tournament, the tournament name, what's it all about and stuff.
All right, so the tournament we're going to is going to happen in Kenya.
Okay, what's it called?
It's called the PSG, Pro Series Gaming. Okay, so it's a Pan-African tournament, which means it's open to all African countries. And which is an opportunity. If you have a team, you can get signed up, you can go, you understand? So we got signed up after we announced our teams, and it was more like fate, I should say, you know, after we announced, and then the tournament was announced.
I thought it was actually in readiness for the
No, that's how it was. So that's very good, you know, I'm very happy about that. And I'm actually very excited representing these people going to Kenya, representing Zambia. So the tournament itself is going to be on the 7th of April. Yeah, it's going to be on Saturday, I think. Saturday. So right now,
sorry to cut in, how many days will is it just a day's event?
I think it's a day's event. Yeah, it's going to be like from morning and throughout until the people finished, because it's confirmed via invitation about 40 players. Yeah, and each of them has to go to top 16, then from top 16 top 8. The whole scenario that happens everywhere else. And the total prize pool is $10,000. It's going to be fighting for. So in Kwacha, that's approximately 100,000, I should say.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's gonna be big. I'm so excited going there. We should be flying in on the third Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah, it's gonna be there, I think, for 5 days, I should say.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. It's gonna be about it.
Cool. Then the tournament itself, what are the games like that they're going to be competing in? Is it just one or there are several?
So right now it's going to be one.
Okay.
It's Mortal Kombat X. We'll be playing, I should say Excel. We'll be playing, yeah. So there could be another tournament happening soon enough, but not so sure. But the same guys, because last year they held about one tournament through Call of Duty.
Okay.
What these guys do is it's not just a fighting game. They host different kinds of tournaments, and I'm sure confident to be hosting another one very soon.
Okay.
Yeah. So apart from fighting games, they also host other games like football, and as well as shooters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So right now it's just exclusively fighting game.
Okay.
And that's the reason why we're going to take these NRS players there as well to represent the fighting community of Zambia.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Mwelele, I don't know if you have any idea of who you'll be competing with at the tournament. Have you scouted? Have you tried to get some intelligence on the other players who might be at the event?
Like a few days ago, me and Justin invited one of the guys from the group, like to try and play with him online. We tried playing with him, and it was kind of free. Like,
okay, you do know that this does go online. My podcast does go online.
I know.
Okay, cool.
It was kind of free. Like, there was no effort. Like, we just
or maybe
playing
he was just,
maybe he was testing you.
Like getting data on you, downloading, and he wasn't putting up his best.
Then we're also doing the same. Like, we just picked random characters.
I see. Okay.
Just playing, but the connection was kind of bad. But from that, we had an idea.
Okay.
Plus, again, we don't really care who your opponents are. We're just going there to win, get the money, and come back.
Yeah, that's the spirit.
There's us, and then there's Mr. 5000.
Of course.
Emma is already there. There's Keisha.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
Cool. I don't know. Will the event be streamed?
Yes, actually the event will be streamed. Also, it's going to be live on Questa TV.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be live on Questa TV in Kenya. That is.
So it's going to be available to. It's not going to be available online. Or?
It's going to be. It will be on Facebook.
Right,
yeah. Even on the GEM page, you can watch it on our GEM page as well,
nice,
and as GEMATRIX page as well, you can watch it because we'll be streaming as well there.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
And what time is it? It's going to be in the morning, starting from morning.
Starting from morning, yes. Actually, everyone's requested to be there on the 4th, prepare and also meet and greet, and then the 7th. The actual event starts. So everyone is going to be there in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So it starts with pools or?
Starts with pools. Actually, the brackets are already out.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah,
so where can we find the brackets?
Right now, the brackets are specifically sent to the players who are playing.
Okay.
Yeah. So they know who they're going to meet, who they're going to face opponent.
Cool.
They know which one they're going to be. And I'm sure once they get there, they will announce the brackets publicly.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. We'll be following. We'll do our best to
please do so.
remember and to watch so that we can share our guides.
Sure, please help us. We need all the support we can to represent this country.
Okay, cool. All right, so I don't know, maybe we might be coming to the end of the podcast. I just hope we've covered most of what we needed to cover about, of course, the team that has been formed as well as the tournament that will be taking place in a few weeks. It's this week? This weekend or next week? This weekend, yeah. I don't know, maybe any last words from the Prince?
Well, I just like to appreciate the Zambian market itself.
Okay.
I'm seeing the ground for esports growing. It's from these steps that we begin growing the community. For us, it's always been about breaking history when it comes to GEM. If you look at the history we've created so far, I'm sure you can predict how far we're going to go. We're not trying to hold back or anything. We want to make sure this industry grows bigger. If it means us being the first people to stream the tournament, first people to announce the esports team, first people to travel, we will do that. And we know we've got the Zambian back supporting us and growing us.
Exactly.
It's about time that the Zambian sports went electronic.
Exactly, yeah. That's true. Mwelele, anything you'd like to say, sir? Before we close.
I think I'll just reserve my words after the tournament.
After the tournament,
Yes.
Okay. So we should have another episode with you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, definitely we'll have one where we'll discuss what happened at the tournament, and obviously to be the victorious team we'll be talking to when you come back.
Yes,
All right, cool. Justin, any last words?
Any last words just goes to any of my fans.
Okay.
Or if I do inspire anyone through my gameplay, you can just follow me. You can Search for me on YouTube, search for my channel. My channel is Hitbox 5000. And then you can follow me on Facebook as well, just Justin Jay Banda. And that's pretty much it.
Okay, cool.
I really appreciate your support, and please support us. And we're going to do big things as well, going to Kenya. And hopefully we might bring the money home.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Mwelele, just in case people would like to follow you on social media, you have a YouTube. I know you have a YouTube channel. Yeah.
Yes.
Once again, you can promote that. It's fine.
Yeah, I just use my real names for Facebook and YouTube. It's Mwelele Zaza.
Okay.
And it's mostly filled up with Call of Duty content, but I also try to stream some justice here and there.
Prince as well. Gem, if people want to follow Gem on social media.
You can follow the team, everything about the team you need to follow. You can go to Team GEMATRIX, and on Twitter the same at Team GEMATRIX, and as well as Instagram as well at Team GEMATRIX. And then for GEM as well, you can also follow GEM, as spelled as GEM in capital letters. Yeah, actually the team is a product of GEM, so you'll be following the same thing at the end of the day.
Okay.
And I think you can put links like at the bottom.
Oh yes, definitely. I'll be putting up links at the bottom of this particular episode, just below there on the YouTube channel. Okay, so thank you very much to my guests for coming through today for the show, on the show. I would just like to urge people out there to just follow the events that will be happening this Saturday via the links that were mentioned in the show. That's Kwesi. It should be showing the event, streaming the event live on Facebook. So thank you very much for listening. This has been Eternal Cypher signing out.